Hello lovely people, it's Cara here, and as you know, I am so mad. Actually, I am a little bit mad because this is the second time I've recorded this. The first time there was no sound, not very helpful in the world of YouTube. So frustrating. So at least I know what I'm going to say because I've said it once already. Oh, never mind. So I come to you this week with an unexpected video. I had an expected video planned with all the makes and things and my tale of whoa, like whoa, that is over there. We all have the moments, and I thought I was going to share my tale of woe with you. But instead, I thought I'd bring to you today a good old-fashioned fabric haul, because I have just had the loveliest experience of going to the Little Miss So-and-so open day. Actually, no, the Little Miss So-and-so in Polegate, that is open every Saturday. So it is an open day, yes, but they are open every Saturday. So that's really lovely, something new that they're doing. And it's only about 15-20 minutes away from my house. Which could prove to be very dangerous for my bank account, I think. It's a good job I don't live near Birmingham or the rag market or something. I think I'd be there all the time, but not have a house, because clearly I couldn't pay a mortgage then. Just have a fabric stash and live happily ever after. Yeah, that's what we need to do, surely. But anyway, oh, it's so lovely. So as you know, I'm a brand ambassador for Little Miss So-and-so, and I'm wearing this month's All Set to Sew So Special box, yeah, this is the Ruby dress by Fibre Mood. I'll put a picture in here, and if you're wondering what on earth I'm talking about, then please go check out my last week's video where I did an unboxing of this subscription, which is just an amazing thing, so go check that out. I also had enough of this amazing fabric left over to make a duster, which I shared with you last week, and I put popped a picture in there of that as well. So just love it. But so I mean, Little Miss So-and-so sells all sorts of things, and they are moving away from the crafting a little bit. Nicola was telling me this morning, and going to be moving more into the dressmaking. So that's very exciting, super exciting for me in particular, because I just, well, like you, I am very passionate about dressmaking. So I had to work this morning, and then on my way back from work I was able to go into Little Miss So-and-so, and I thought I would share, why not, I was going to lift them all up, I was going to share with you this little pile of beauties, but I also have some other fabrics to share with you. I don't actually buy fabric very often. I might have a small fabric stash sitting here, but it's not giant, and a lot of it's remnants and things. But what's the girl going to do when, you know, I've been working, I need to look at fabric. Oh, and I love to feel fabric. So it was really super. She's open from 10 till 3 every Saturday, and I got there sort of late morning because I was working in the morning. We're having a good old catch up, and she was very kindly talking about, you know, giving me some feedback on the videos, which was just lovely, so thank you, Nicola. And we were sort of just getting into the swing of, she made me a cup of tea and I was looking around, which was lovely. And then this whole bunch of ladies descended from a local sewing bee, which was just lovely. They meet in Polegate as well, apparently on every second Saturday of the month. I think they pay a sort of small fee once a month, and that covers the cost of the hall. And then basically they are meeting and talking, although one of the ladies did confess that there was less sewing, more talking. What's wrong with that? It was really sweet, and I was just, you know, minding my business, looking at fabric and things, just enjoying listening to everybody being as enthusiastic as I was about the fabric. And then a lady said, "Oh, you're Cara." I was like, yeah, that's me. Oh, she said, "I watch all your videos." So thank you, Anne. It was absolutely lovely to meet you this morning. Absolutely amazing to meet people in real life, as we're all being encouraged to do. And she's very kindly going to Instagram message me the details of the sewing bee that they have every second Saturday in the month. And if it's all right with her, maybe I'll share that on a future video in case you're local and you want to. Although I was speaking to another lady and they're not all that local. Some of them come from New Haven, some from Brighton, obviously some from more local and things. But just lovely, absolutely lovely. Hang on a sec, I'll be back in a moment. In all honesty, I just wanted to check the sound was working, which it is, and I hope it is continuing to do so. Can't keep stopping the video and checking my sound. That's just mad. So yeah, lovely to meet Anne and her friends today, and they were all just, oh, it was wonderful just to be around such enthusiastic ladies about their hobby, and they were all sort of, you know, mingling and mixing, and it was really sweet because they were saying basically half of the group had come up now to have a look at the fabrics, and then when they got back, the other half of the group were going to come and look at fabrics. So I was just very politely waiting until all these ladies had sort of, you know, purchased their things. So I ended up being there for about an hour and a half this morning. But it was all right. What's wrong with that? Being around fabric for an hour and a half is really no hardship at all. So let me talk you through these fabrics, and then I've got a few more fabrics that I want to talk to you about. As I say, I don't buy fabric a huge amount because I like to use what I've got already, but what are you going to do when you know, the place opens? And I happen to be driving past on the way back from work. So the first one is a very basic one, but not essential nonetheless. So I just picked up, I think there's 25 centimetres here of ribbing. And as you know, I'm quite a recent convert to the world of ribbing, which is exciting. So I just picked up really enough to do a neckline and maybe some cuffs. Although on the plan I've got, you don't need cuffs particularly. I got 1.5 meters of this one, so a little post-it note there telling me how much I've got of this glorious French terry. This is just so lovely. So it is cream and black stripe, and it's a lovely mid-weight French terry. I've actually always wanted this fabric and never actually bought it. Yeah, I just think it's lovely. Yeah, it's got the, you won't be able to see that, don't think. It's got the sort of traditional loop back on the back there. Don't think this colour is on the website at the moment, but the reverse, so the black with the cream stripes, is. I forget how much it was a metre, I'm sorry. I think this 1.5 meters cost me £22, something like that. But yeah, so you've got a lovely stretch one way, not so much the other. So that's really lovely. Yeah, really pleased with that. It's funny, isn't it? You see a fabric that you've wanted for years, and then, oh, actually, I think I picked it up because it was 1.5 meters. I know that sounds a bit mad. Didn't get a discount or anything on it. But yeah, just really like that. And I'm going to make the Molly dress from Sew Over It. That's part of their first ebook, which I'm sure you all know about. But the Molly dress is a really simple t-shirt dress, straight up, straight down, with a lovely scoop. I've made it 100 times. No, actually I haven't. I've made it a lot, not 100. And you know, my daughter is called Molly, so I think it actually is the law that you have to make up a dress pattern if you've got one in the name of a child. I think that's what it is. I think it is actually the law. So, and I happen to love it. I genuinely have made a lot of Molly dresses over the years, and I had a black one with a white stripe in, which was one of the first things I ever made, actually. Terrible construction, but loved it, wore it to death, so it needed to go really. So that departed my shores a little while ago. So yeah, really looking forward to making that one, and I think that's a beautiful fabric weight that will transition across the year actually. So that's super. The next one, oh yes, this is a glorious. Now, in my first video I had trouble getting the colour right, and the second video, which is now, also getting trouble having get the colour right. This is actually more khaki than it's coming up on the screen. On the screen it actually looks quite brown. Yeah, it looks ever so brown, but it is actually khaki. And this is a stretch, a stretch linen viscose is the best way I can describe it. It has actually got a really nice amount of stretch there, which I think will make it incredibly comfortable to wear. It's very soft actually, so silky. A lot of people talking about stretch stretch viscose last year, stretch linen viscose, and I didn't really know, you know, I wasn't sure what to think about it. This was actually a remnant, so it was slightly reduced, so I thought perfect opportunity to give this a go. I think I've got about 1m60 or maybe 1m90 here, and that's enough for me to make the sunny day trousers, or sunny trousers by Le Victor Maison, which I make all the time, you know this. They're incredibly easy elasticated waist trousers, take no time at all to make, and I just think that's going to be a really nice addition to my summer wardrobe. And it's strange, I keep being drawn to green, and I don't actually have anything green in my wardrobe, so maybe that's trying to tell me something. But yeah, I think it is actually a really nice colour. That makes it look like my bringing out the brown in my eyes. But yeah, really looking forward to that. And that's such a lovely quality fabric, genuinely, it's just lovely. And when I was picking up fabrics, which is quite often the case for me when I'm in a fabric shop, you start sort of building these sort of little capsule wardrobe things. And this is a remnant, this piece here, and that actually says, just for proof, that is 58 centimetres. And then the ladies were like, what are you going to do with that? Let me show you the fabric first and get it around the right way. So this is a panel. This is a Lady McElroy cotton lawn, and it feels so silky. Look at the colours in that. Oh, I love it. And it's actually a panel, so it's the same, pretty much the same on both sides. Or maybe yeah, it's hard for you to see, but it's such beautiful colours. And actually the trousers pick out some of the greens really nicely in it. Not that it looks green on the screen there, but rest assured it is. And I was explaining to them, let me just put this trouser fabric down a second. I was explaining to them that I make, as some of you all know, if you've been here a long time, thank you very much. I make the bateen top. I make a bateen top out of the dress from Matillion the Buttons. So the bateen has got a lovely scoop neck, and it's got a grown-on sleeve, and it's. I suppose the dress must come in two parts. Or maybe it doesn't, I can't remember. I'm not sure. But anyway, I've basically taken the top half of the bateen and made it into a top. And I will put a photo in here so that you can better understand what I'm talking about. And then if you imagine that was the whole width of the fabric, you fold it in on itself so that you end up with two folds, one this side and one that side. And effectively, for me, in my size top, you end up cutting the front out of one side and then the back out of the other side, and you basically then have got a top because you've got a front and a back, and the sleeves are already in the top because they're grown on sleeves, and then you bias bind the neckline, or you could create a facing if you had enough fabric left, but I'm not keen on facings anyway. And so essentially all you need really is for the length of the remnant to be enough from your shoulder to whatever length you want your top to be. That's my experience. Obviously it's not going to work for every size, but that's what I can get away with, if you like. So I'm really looking forward to making a very, very simple top, which hopefully I've put a picture of up in the screen there, out of this glorious fabric. It is going to be super versatile for me to wear. Can you imagine that with jeans or some shorts and things? Just lovely. Just says summer in a fabric, isn't it? Really, just love that. And that was £7.38 or something like that. So you know, not the cheapest remnant in the world, but it's an extraordinary piece of fabric. And obviously Lady McElroy, so beautiful quality. And for me, when I'm buying remnants like this, it's a great way of getting some really unusual colour, unusual fabric and colour, I guess in this case, into my wardrobe. So it's a win-win situation for me. But I love sharing tips like that, when someone's so enthusiastic, which I think is lovely. And then the last fabric I bought, which I'm actually making up today, because I'm wearing this out tomorrow night to a Valentine's themed quiz. Although not everyone's dressing up, which is fine. I could probably wear this, couldn't I, because it's bright red. in case you're wondering, this is another Grasser 727. I made one last week, which I shared with my with the duster from here. This was I was originally giving this one as a birthday gift, but didn't like the fact that it had grey, black and white over threading locks in it, you know, threads in it. And also the fabric itself isn't hugely stretchy, which actually would have been fine on my phone because she's smaller than me, so she wouldn't have needed the stretch on the fabric as much. But it fits me, but I don't know, it's a bit of a polyestery fabric. I just wasn't all that comfortable that it was the best quality, but I love it, so that's what's on here. But the top that I am wearing tomorrow night will be made out of this glorious fabric. Now it's a beautiful mint green background and these sort of peachy pink hearts all over it. I've got quite a lot of it actually. It's 2 meters here. Now this is in their sale, so this is currently still for sale. It's £3.75 for half a metre, so it's a pretty good price. I thought it was a double gauze, but I think it's actually a single gauze if such a thing exists. I can't feel the double gauze bit of it, but it's super soft. It's lovely. And I am going to rustle up today a sagebrush top with long sleeves. So I'm actually going to steal the sleeves off the Avid Seamstress blouse, maybe even elongate them a little bit, and make a blouse, which I think, or make a top, which I think would look really, really cute with some jeans tomorrow night. So I am going to start that this afternoon. I'm now half an hour behind schedule because this is the second time I filmed this. It's very strange, you get sort of deja vu moments when you're filming it for the second time. Yeah, so that, I love it, absolutely love it. And I think I'm going to have some left over, so maybe I'll make another of my scrap busting tops out of it. Or even a nice little cami for the summer. I think that would be pretty cute. That would make lovely pyjamas though as well, wouldn't it? But as it's Valentine's Day this week, I don't think I've ever had a top with hearts on before, so that'll be quite interesting, I think. So that was Little Miss So-and-so. Thank you to for Nicola for opening up every Saturday. They've got such a wonderful selection of items on their website, and she was explaining to me this morning that she's actually moving away from the crafting side, so they're quite heavily into quilting and things, but she's moving away from that and moving more into dressmaking, which is super exciting. And it was lovely to meet Anne and her friends today, so that was lovely. Let me just sort the chair out. It keeps disappearing on me, sorry about that. The other pieces of fabric I've bought, let me run you through those as well, for just inspiration purposes, I guess. I had a link come through, or a message come through on Instagram saying that Sew Over It were selling some remnants, and I do like the style of fabrics, but I haven't bought some fabrics from them for a while. I do have quite a lot of fabrics here, but I do like buying a remnant. I think it's a really great way of getting some really inspiring fabric and encouraging you to think outside the box with what you can do with the fabric, because then that itself feeds into, you know, using up your own fabric. And this is a fabric that has haunted me for a while. I just love it. I absolutely love it. I can't remember what it's called right now, so I'll put that on the screen. I'll put it in the link below or something. It is a current fabric of theirs, so head on over to the Sew Over It website. I just love it. It looks like it's got tapestry on it, you know, like sewed in, but obviously it's not. It's a lovely lightweight drapey viscose, and I bought 2 pieces of it. So one piece is a little bit bigger than the other. They were both maybe, I don't know, £4 or £5 each, something like that. And there's definitely enough to make a top with, make a blouse with here. I think what I'm going to do is make an Anthea Allen blouse. Some of you are going, no, wait, no, you hated it, don't do that. I really liked the blouse, but I made it out of a cotton poplin, and it made the sleeves really big, and the sleeves themselves were huge on me anyway. I don't know what happened there. It's also quite a high neck, which I don't like. So I'm going to adapt the Anthea Allen, because it's such a simple construction really for a blouse. I'm going to adapt it to have a scoop neckline, And then I think I also am going to put the sleeves from the Avid Seamstress, the blouse, onto the Anthea Allen if I can. I'll obviously have a look at that. If not, something else, I'm not sure. But I think that would just be, because it's got the drape, I think, well actually it doesn't matter, does it, because I'm not going to have big sleeves on anyway. It's a shame I don't like big sleeves. I mean, these are fairly big sleeves, but they do taper in quite nicely to the cuffs. But I think it's because I've got big chesticles. Big chest, big sleeves just doesn't work. So, oh, I just love this fabric. Such lovely, lovely colours. Oh, love it. Cannot wait to get started with that. And then the last two pieces of fabrics that I've got to share with you started from a conversation with my daughter. My daughter's 18, called Molly, and she loves charity shopping and is very good at it. She's very successful at finding some great things for herself, generally speaking. But of late, she's been conscious of looking at sewing patterns. How cute is that? And she came home with this sewing pattern, this one here. Now, with herself in mind, can I just put you at rest? I am not wearing this outfit. But yeah, it's really cute. Got like a little, the line drawings are rubbish on the back, but yeah, it's got like a cute tie top there, like a leotard thing, and obviously these trousers. That's the line drawing on the back. And so I said, oh yeah, no, yeah, go for it. How cute is that? Have a look into it, have a look at some fabric. So she went on to Pound Fabrics, which is a website I do look at periodically. I don't think I've bought anything from them before. And she chose this fabric. Now, in fairness to Moles, when she went online, the picture online looks like it's black with a hint of sparkle, it's like silver. Now this is definitely sparkly with a hint of black. So as soon as I opened the packet, I thought, she's not going to like that. She's also autistic, and fabric texture is incredibly important to her. And I just felt this and thought, that's never going to work. And unfortunately, my suspicions were correct. Now, don't get me wrong, this is lovely fabric. Absolute bargain. It's £3.75 a metre. Still available on their site. The back is beautiful and smooth. It wouldn't be itchy or anything across your skin. But the front has got that sort of, you can hear, sort of roughness about it. It's not uncomfortable. I don't think it would necessarily be itchy or anything on your skin. It's just not going to work for Bobba. So, unfortunately, she's decided that this just isn't the fabric for her. She's also very excitingly going to be living in France later in the year for an extended period of time. And this fabric in the heat in France, not going to work. So we're just going to mark this up as an interesting experience. She said, oh Mum, I feel really bad. What are we going to do with the fabric? I said, well, don't worry darling, don't worry about it. I'm bound to make something out of this for Christmas. And then I thought to myself, ooh, this would make a lovely jumpsuit. So here is my Christmas party outfit sorted for next Christmas. Please remind me of this nearer the time. But yeah, it's not hardly going to be able to hide this fabric, am I? It's not exactly going to blend in. So I think it'll be visible all year round. But so yeah, you win some, you lose some. But no one was harmed in the purchasing of this fabric, put it that way. But whilst I was on the site, just had a fabric sort of avalanche down my feet here. Whilst I was on the site, Beck, I'm talking to you from What Beck Sews. You are responsible for this purchase. Ta-da! I have this fabric in the alternative colourway, which is in teal. I bought that a number of years ago from Beyond the Pink Dawn, and it is one of my favourite jumpers. I made the Nora jump out of it, and a lot of you ask me about that every time I wear it. So I ummed and I ahed because I thought, I don't really need this fabric. I don't really need it, but I wanted it, so I nabbed it. It is actually a very, very good price. I don't know how they do it. It is a beautiful fabric. It's a sort of soft brush on the back. Yeah, not that you're going to see that, but sort of like cotton-esque. It's like, yeah, slightly fluffy on the back. It's such a lovely fabric. And I am going to shamelessly replicate what Beck made. She made the Nina Lee South Bank dress, which you know is one of my favourite dresses. I've only got one actually now in rotation. Used to have another one, but it was made out of such thick fabric that I could never wear it. But I'm going to make another Nina Lee South Bank, and I nearly made this last Saturday, but I went up to London and I've been working today in bits and pieces, so I haven't had a chance to do it yet. And now I need to make a Valentine sagebrush, so this is definitely very, very close to the top of my list of things needing to make, despite the fact that I'm looking at 2 cut out tops. You just, you know, what's a girl going to do? All these things to make and not enough time to make them. But I hope you enjoyed seeing my fabrics and my inspiration. Thank you so much for all your lovely feedback and comments recently. It's absolutely lovely to have you here. If you're watching for the first time, hi, please don't forget to subscribe. I know all of us say that, but it means the world to us all. Don't forget to leave me a like, and I love to hear from you. Every Friday or Saturday, whenever I get to release a video, I genuinely do respond to every comment, and sometimes within moments of you writing them. So please do leave me a comment below, because I love to hear from you, particularly all of my regular watchers. You're just incredible. I do genuinely feel like some of you are friends because you comment on my videos so often, so thank you so much. Yeah, we're all sewing friends anyway, aren't we? Which is lovely. Yeah, have a lovely week. I will be back with you next week with my tale of woe. Whoa, we all have them. Oh my word, I've done a lot of learning, a lot of unpicking recently, but I'll share that with you next week. So stay safe and well, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.